Okay, this is CAM Strategies Practice Part 1, and the first thing that you want to do is log in to Drive file stream on one of the desktop computers in the engineering lab. So to do that, come down here to the search bar and type in Drive file stream, and go ahead and click that and then log into it. Because I've already logged into FileStream on this computer, it doesn't bring up the login screen for me. Once you've done that, then go ahead and proceed to step 2 and download and unzip the student models that we're going to be using. These are the Inventor student models that we're going to be using for this assignment. So you want to click the download button and download. And this is a zip file, so you want to show that in your folder once it downloads, and then double click that file. A zip file, you have to extract all of those, so we're going to click Extract All, and then we'll browse to our Google Drive and find our engineering folder. So over here on the left, I clicked Google Drive file stream, double click My Drive, and then my engineering folder, and then you can hit Select Folder, and all of those parts will be extracted to that folder that I just selected. We're going to be using those parts for this assignment, as well as a future assignment. Now that I've done that, I need to also download the Tormach tool library and set up Autodesk HSM Pro. And you're going to follow the video that I'm giving you right now. So click Tormach tool library, and again download that. Show in folder, and you won't have to extract this one, but I would probably just cut that and move it to my engineering folder on my Google Drive. I hit Control V, and that's paste, or you can just right click and hit paste. Okay, so both of those are now downloaded. Once you've got both of those things downloaded, then go ahead and open Autodesk Inventor. Mine's on my desktop. So Autodesk Inventor, we've added a plugin to it called HSM Pro. And HSM Pro is going to allow us to define different CAM strategies that we can use to make different parts instead of having to handwrite the G code all the time. So this will be a very useful tool. Once Autodesk Inventor has loaded, then go ahead and make a new project, and we'll put that in the same engineering folder. And so you can just click New and Next, and I'm going to call this CAM Strategies. And then click the 3 dots. Under this PC, you should find your Google folder, My Drive, and then your engineering folder, and click OK. So now everything is going to be saved in that engineering folder. You can now click Finish, and then Done. Let's go ahead and open up one of the part files that we downloaded a little while ago. So I'm going to open file number 3. This will be the first one that you use in the first video that you're going to actually do a CAM strategy on. But we need to open this one up so that we can set up our Tormach tool library. One of the first things that you'll want to do when you open up a part before you start using CAM strategies is to change the visual style of the part. So if you come up here and click View and click Visual Style, change it to Shaded with Hidden Edges. That's going to help us see the difference in the part. And I'm sorry, do Shaded with Edges. And that's going to help us see the difference in the part after we do the milling processes on this part. now that I've done that, I want to click the Cam tab. This is a new tab. When we added the plugin, this is the tab that now comes up. So I'm going to move my part more to the center here so that we can see what's going on. So the first thing that you almost always want to do whenever you bring in a new part is you want to create the origin for this part. So we're going to click the Setup folder, and you also want to click Tool Isometric. So this is the way the part is going to be seen in the milling machine. Then the other thing we want to do again is set up our work coordinate system. You'll hear the guy that's going to do the videos later on refer to that as WCS. That's our work coordinate system. So we want to change the coordinate, and actually this one's right, but a lot of times you'll see it here in the middle of the piece. But we want to change that to just pick a point. And remember, we always want to pick this left front corner. And the Z-axis should be going up and down. The X-axis, this is the positive direction on all these. So positive direction for Z is going this way. Y is going this way. Remember, it's back to front on the machine. And then on the machine, the X-axis is left to right. Later in other videos, they're going to show you about the stock and the post-process tabs. For right now, I'm just going to click OK so that we've got this part set up. And then the next thing we're going to do is set up our tool library with the Tormach tools that we've got set up over in the Makerspace shop. So up here on my ribbon, I'm going to click Tool Library. And under My Libraries, you may not have any libraries. You probably don't. I have some from my training this summer. But you're going to right-click on My Libraries and say New Library. And go ahead and call that one Tormach. Now that you have that new library folder created, then right-click on the Tormach folder and click Import Tools from Library. And then you should go navigate to your Google Drive again and click the Tormach tool libraries. And this brings in all of the tools that we have over in the Makerspace shop where we've already got those set up. I've gone ahead and set those up for you, and then click OK. And that's okay that we know that this can't be undone, so go ahead and click OK again. The last thing I want to show you is how to post-process this part so that it will generate the G-code that we need to mill the part in the Tormach milling machine. You're going to need this at the end of every part that you do. So when you're in Echo, and if you scroll to the bottom after you do all of these parts, down here on step 6 it says use the Tormach post-processor to generate the NC code. That's what I'm showing you how to do right now. And you're going to do that for every one of these parts. And then you'll verify that code in the virtual Tormach Path Pilot. So you'll be able to copy and paste the code into Tormach Path Pilot, and then you can take screenshots of your NC code once you verify that it's going to work in Path Pilot. So let me show you how to do the post process, and again you'll do this for every one, even though the videos that you watch will not say to do that. So back in Autodesk Inventor, I'm going to click Post Process, and the post configuration that we want, if you click the down arrow, you want to scroll down until you find Tormach. Now there are two Tormachs. Make sure you choose this second one. Don't choose the Slant Pro, because the Slant Pro is a Tormach that has a lathe in it, We just want the regular Tormach generic path pilot. So we're going to choose that one. And then your output folder, again, I would change this to your Google Drive in your engineering folder or your sim folder. And click open. And then I would give it a name. So for instance, I'm just going to put example on this one, but you've got lots of, back in Echo, you've got lots of parts that you're doing, so you might call this first one facing, and so on. So I put example, and everything else you can leave the same, and then click post. And it's going to ask if you want to save it, and go ahead and click save. Once you post it, it brings it up in an NC editor, and you should be able to go ahead and copy and paste this into the Tormach Path Pilot software that we used before when we did our initials. So this is the G code. Then it's automatically generated for you. Now most of you should be able to read this G code and know at this point what all of these codes mean. But you will end up with files that have hundreds of lines of G code. So once you've done that, then you can verify it, and then you can take a screenshot of your NC code for each part. So just to recap on this is an example here, but basically you're going to watch, there's a link to a video for each one of these parts that will show you different cam strategies that you can use to cut out what you need to cut out for each one of these parts. So you're going to use that each time, and you'll take a screenshot of your tool path. You'll take a screenshot of your simulation and paste it here, and then you'll take a screenshot of your browser setup in Autodesk Inventor and paste it here. The only one that you won't do that on is this one, the change part origin. All you need to do on that is take a picture of what the origin was before you changed it, and take a picture of what the origin was after you change it. There won't be any milling process done on this part. Once you've taken screenshots and filled in this table, then you're going to also, don't forget to, so that's what number 5 is talking about, then don't forget to take a screenshot of your NC code, and so you can submit all of this whole table, and then also the screenshots of your NC code. If you prefer to put all those screenshots in a shareable folder on your Google Drive and submit the link, then that's okay too. You can copy and paste this folder or this table right into the Dropbox and add your screenshots there too. That will work. Good luck.